Welcome to the face behind the brand. Is it worth it? Is it for the future? Come on in. I want more. I want freedom. My purpose driven for equality. You're gonna know my name. Still the same. Ain't nothing changed. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Google me, read my story. You're gonna know my. Welcome to the face behind the brand. Hope everybody is good today.
General speaking, Nicky Scarfo. Time to listen.
Come on in.
In desperate times, the good Lord looks over the flock and chooses one man to inspire the multitudes. One man to accomplish.
Hello, how are you?
One man to offer hope where there was only hopelessness. And who are we to judge the wisdom of the Almighty?
I'm excited about our show today. We are going to be in Italy today. Italy and the USA. Incredible artist, incredible producer, incredible king.
Sharpen your swords. This will be the battle of your lives. History will look back on us and judge us on this very day.
Come on in.
Rise, young Caesar. The emperor is born. New Rome. I could be.
Welcome to the face behind the brand.
See, Lance, I see you. Brooklyn, Massachusetts. Yo. I grab the mic with the head strength of Achilles. Gets up on your wife and send her off the street for some Phillies. It's medieval, I'm fully lethal. They can beat with your silly. Put your car shoe.
Have to build you guys up for this incredible guest tonight. Today, I'm on 2 different time zones. Tonight in Italy, today in the USA. Right now you're listening to Cold Shoulder, New Rome, absolutely incredible sound. Hey! Produced by C. Lance and this incredible co-producer that we are going to be speaking with today, the ChopFather. He is here. He is in the building. Gotta bring him in the right way. Might have to request me again, King. It's a little, oh, there we go. Okay, let's try it now. New Rome. There we go. You might have to send it to me. I'm not sure why. Send it one more time, King. I see you. I see you. Go ahead and send it again. It's IG giving us a little bit of happiness today. We see you, Kay.
Nicky Scarfo. Time to listen.
Send it. Can you see me? Let me try to request you. There you are.
Nicky Scarfo here. Nice to see you.
Scarfo here, everybody. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno tutti. You see my Sophia Loren right there?
Oh.
See that? See that, everybody?
Look at you.
And look at this guy eating pasta. Look at this guy.
Oh my God.
Toto.
I feel so hungry right now.
You have no idea how hungry I always am. I'm always eating like a, I guess you're going to use the word lion or wolf. Not necessarily a vegetarian here. Kind of more of a meatitarian.
So funny. Well, I'm just glad you're here.
Well, I'm glad I'm here too. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to the face behind the brand. I am your host, Monique Marie, and you are the incredible producer, engineer, vocalist, biologist, member. Let me say this correctly. Co-founding member of the International Collective Illegitimate.
Yes.
Okay. Nicky Scarfo, aka the ChopFather.
Thank you very much, everybody. How is everybody doing over there? Doing good, doing good. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Sometimes I go in and out different accents, so just, you know, it depends on how I feel.
Well, we're just happy that you're feeling good and you're here today. How was your day today? It's 8 o'clock over there in Italy, 11 o'clock here in Cali. So how was your day today?
It was bloody hot today. I can tell you. It was in American. It was 110 today.
Oh Jesus, that's hot.
Yeah, 110 Fahrenheit. It was like 38 or something like that Celsius.
That's
so
crazy.
It was really, really hot today. Almost 40 today.
Okay, well, it's even 70 here yet. So, you know,
you're lucky. You're lucky. It's so you know. I suffer a lot with the heat. I really do. I really do. But it was a good day today. You know, I got a lot of stuff done. You know, I have my own business. I do a lot of other things. Not everybody knows what I do, but I do some things, you know, inside out to get a little folk, you know. I'm not going to use any expletives. Try not to use expletives because, you know, I tend to use the F word as an adjective, a verb, a noun, and a pronoun. So.
Well, let's get into
maybe
it.
An adverb as well.
Let's let them know what you do, some of those things, because, of course, I know, of course, that you were born in Canada, right? You're from Canada,
yes.
Vancouver. And
that's
of course,
correct.
You're now in Italia. So take me back a little bit, because I brought you in. Of course, I brought everybody into New Rome. Of course, this crazy, amazing album that you are co-producing.
Cold Shoulder.
Cold Shoulder. And
yes.
The album is called CEASAR. So we're going to be all over the place today, because I mean this is an incredible epic start. Start with Canada for me, please. Let them know where you're from.
So I was born in Vancouver, Canada, and after many years of trying to find my roots, I ended up moving to the Netherlands, which was one step closer to Italy. Yes. I went and I studied there. So I studied in Canada, studied in Netherlands. And then I kind of, in around the time, just a little bit before I went to Netherlands, we kind of founded Illegitimate in around 2004, around that time. And from then on, we released a really dope album, Anonymity, with my boy Anonymous. Yo, that guy's a gangster. He's super ill. From Illegitimate, anyways. Me and Scythe and Anonymous, we built this beautiful album. And when it came out, I moved to the Netherlands, and it was kind of an opportune moment. And so when I was living there, I met up with a bunch of dope hip hoppers, and Holland is a great place for hip hop. It really is. I would say it's one of the top places if you want to like find real hip hop heads, people who come and show love and show support. Amazing, amazing place. And with the height of the drop of anonymity, I was able to shop it, and I met amazing people. And I ended up, after doing my master's degree there in biology, I ended up staying there for another 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And I lived there, and I thoroughly enjoyed that phase of my life. I have to say it's probably the best thing that I've ever done. I can honestly say it was an amazing experience. And then after that moment, I stayed for a while, as I said, and I moved back to Canada for a little while. I got a job offer to move to Europe, and I did it again. And I was living in Netherlands for a little while, and then the company transferred me into Italy. So now I currently live in Italy. I started my own business. I'm a biological, I guess, engineering consultant, because I have a degree that's kind of mixed between biology and engineering, mechanical engineering. So I was able to, take care of my own needs by starting my own business. And then, and obviously, music has always been a parallel. Whatever I do in one is always mirrored by as much effort as I put in something. Always music is done at the same intensity. Now as being a business owner for this consulting company, I've kind of dialed back a little bit and spending more time with the music.
Yeah. And speaking of the music, speaking of these incredible guys, you're talking about Illegitimate. You co-founded with Scythe. Shout out to Scythe.
Shout out to Scythe.
Let me circle back. Shout out to Scythe, because of course I interviewed Scythe a couple of weeks ago, and of course you saw your boy, saw your brother, and that's
Absolutely.
how. And I just want to say thank you to Scythe, and then I'll give, of course, a shout out to your entire crew. Of course, we're talking about 10 members of this amazing collective. We cannot ever forget these guys. Of course, starting with you, Nicky, Scarfo, Scythe, Anonymous, and correct me on names, okay?
Yes.
Atticus, Azriel, Butter,
right?
Capacetti,
Yep.
Riskamp.
That's right.
And AOK.
A-OK.
A-OK. I got
A-OK.
A-OK and Salamander.
A-OK, girl.
Salamander.
Yes. Filippo Soev, also A.K. Salamandra.
So shout out to this amazing collective. Of course, these guys are doing some amazing things, a part of what ChopFather, of course, what Scarfo was talking about. So talk to me about some of the aspects of being, of course, a co-founding member of this amazing collective, because you've done some incredible sounds dating back, as you mentioned, 2004, 2009. I mean, you guys are continuing to collaborate with some amazing artists.
Absolutely.
So forth. So let people know more about Illegitimate.
Well, Illegitimate is a way of thinking. It's a collective of unique individuals who kind of think along the same lines. We're not the same people, obviously, right, but we have, like, I guess you can say, we strive to produce good hip hop and good music. And being above all of that, it's about being a good human. And we don't get mixed up in politics. We don't get mixed up in all that stuff. We keep it pretty regular, and we always are. We're brothers above everything else. Yes. We've been together. We've had some crazy times. We've traveled the world. You know, we've been to Australia. We've been to Europe. We've been to Canada. We've been to US. We've been a lot of places. And you know, just recently we came back from a tour. Well, 2019 with Snack the Ripper, which was one of the most illest experiences that I can honestly say that I had. Shout out to Snack, amazing dude. What an amazing experience to have. And so that brought us closer together, and always brings us to a point where we're always producing new music, new projects. And you know, the latest project we're coming out, it's kind of a hush hush little thing, but I'll give you a little bit of butter, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do here. We're gonna. It's a 3-part album. It's a trilogy, right? Yeah. And that is called the Elegy. And thank you very much to Creative BC, which is a grant grant form, I guess you can say, association in Canada that helps artists. And Creative BC has given us a platform and an opportunity to produce this great album with some great artists. It's gonna be amazing. I can honestly tell you. And yeah, so going forward, yeah, we just keep on building and keep on building, and this project's going to be coming out very shortly. No exact time, I guess you can say deadline right now, but yeah, the latest thing that for me that kind of going off of that is
Yes.
I met this guy. His name is called Shoulder
This
from
guy.
New Rome. This friggin' guy, this guy's name is called Shoulder,
Woo.
and he's got a little bit of a cold shoulder. He's Sicilian fire starter,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I met this guy. I saw this guy on just rapping. I was like, who is this guy? I hit him up, and he kind of represents the Italian angle, and we kind of love our culture. We no, we don't kind of. We absolutely love our culture,
Yeah.
and we want to preserve it and kind of keep it cool for the next generations, and so people understand really what it's all about. And I think that's the beautiful thing about culture is that we all come from different places, but having that ability to be proud of where you came, what your grandparents did, and how
Yes.
hard they worked. And yeah, so that's the beautiful thing about it. And anyways, going back to Cold Shoulder, we decided to work on this project. So he had this album already pretty much all done. It was produced by Sealance.
Hmm.
Amazing. Shout out to Sealance, amazing producer. Like just it's his consistency is just incredible. And the fact is that this album was put together, and then it was kind of I offered my services. He accepted my help, and basically I did the intro and the outro on it, and we've been working together and kind of putting this vision of New Rome together.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a spin on just like a new empire of goodness. You know what I mean? Of just good people with good vibes, with
Yeah.
good intentions,
Yeah.
and with the youth in mind. That's the key. The youth is in mind here, and I really appreciate all the opportunities that have been given to me thus far. So shout out to everybody from Illegitimate, everybody from New Rome. It's an amazing, amazing experience, and I couldn't have asked for anything better at this point.
It's incredible, incredible sound. So yeah, shout out to Cold Shoulder. You're talking about an amazing album, Caesar. We're talking about 9 tracks here, all incredible. There's no skippers on this album. Um,
No, zero.
Zero skippers. It's probably moved up, but the last time we spoke, it was at number 13 on 45 Shades. Um,
Woo! That's
talking about,
just to hear that, I got like shivers up my spine. It's like, are you kidding me? Like this guy Cold Shoulder, like what a talent he is. It's amazing. And the fact is that yeah, it just keeps on growing, and we have these great opportunities going forward. We're growing like it's growing so fast. The movement that he's putting forward, a lot of young people are seeing what we're doing. A lot of older people are seeing what we're doing, and yeah, it's super exciting. It's just grown. It's grown so much, and I really thank everybody who's been involved. Whether it was a verse on the album or just support. Anybody who's been there, it's just like with every other project that I've ever been involved with. Every single person matters.
yeah,
Every single, whether it's just a fire sign or it's a yo man, this is ill or something, or even or a DM in the inbox. Somebody sliding in the DMs. So it's amazing.
so you're talking about literally, I mean, this album, we're talking about New Rome, especially because it's just the whole vibe I'm getting. I brought everybody into today. Rebuilding the future, because you're talking about the youth. You're talking about, like you
Yeah,
said, the elders, everybody. But it's such a positive vibe, and it's so dope to me because you have this very, what should I say, unorthodox production style. When it comes to some of the elements that you include, when it comes to your co-production, your production, just your style that you add to all of the elements. And I just will mention a few of those credits if you don't mind, if I
absolutely.
indulge.
Please
Yeah,
do.
featured on EPMD, Immortal Technique. I went all the way back, of course, a little bit further. Again, to, of course, some of your homies, your crew there, Riskant and Anonymous in 2009. It's and the list goes on, of course, and now with the album with code SHOLDA. So where does this style come from? I mean, who in the family, should I ask, has this background, this music, or is it just the gift that has just succumbed to you and you've just been blessed with it?
Well, I gotta first shout out my mom.
Yes.
Okay, my mom is a genius with music.
Ooh.
Okay, my mom was a little girl when she came to Canada. Okay,
Yeah.
and she was a violinist.
Wow.
And when she arrived in Toronto, they couldn't believe. She went in. She just wanted to just find a teacher, and she went with her mini Stradivarius, which she actually has one of those, and went to a teacher. And the teacher was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And brought her to a member, like I guess you can say the maestro of the symphony orchestra in Toronto. And they put my mom on a little box so she could stand, and she just twiddled with the violin and blew everybody away. And she became the youngest member at that time in 1967. And then after that she went to Vancouver after a couple of years later. And my sister got the gift. My sister is very talented with music. Like I remember when we were kids, like she'd hear a tune in the car, and then like we'd drive to my aunts and uncles and come back, and then she still remember the tune in her head, and then she'd like want to play it in the piano, and then like 4 or 5 hours later she would remember every single aspect of the song, and she just played it out on piano. My grandfather was a singer. You know, it was a big 6'4" massive dude with, you know, black hair and blue eyes, very tall, very like stern. And the guy was a singer. He could sing in German, he could sing in Italian, English, and French. So yeah, my family has some music, and I can't take all the credit. And I learned very late because I was stubborn. So you can't teach a donkey very well.
Wow. So would you, or somebody, you know, you're gonna make me laugh all through this interview. So please carry on.
Perfect.
I want to ask you though, skill set wise, because of course there are some fans, there are some generation behind you that follow you and that want to do exactly what you're doing as a producer, as a businessman. And what would you say a producer needs? What is the skill set, of course, besides, of course, having the sound and having the gift, but what is an actual skill set that you would say?
The skill set, you know, especially when it comes down to hip hop, is about, you know, first and foremost, you know, since a lot of hip hop is sample based, and you know, is getting some sort of vibe and getting some sort of like style. First of all, I think the style is what you start to develop with the music choices that you listen to. Ever since I was a kid, I wouldn't listen to you know, top 40 crap. I would listen to like some weird Norwegian techno, or some strange like Zimbabwean like drummer, or you know, or some I would listen to obscure music. And I think that with the obscurity and the strangeness in the music, the choices that I made, I think those were I guess that's one of the things that you should try to develop. You have to hear the sounds that you like, and then that's when you hear those sounds, then you're able to reproduce them or use them as a template or to start building on. And you know, vinyl is what I absolutely adore, right? And then I love my MPC 2500 special edition. You know, I'm starting to learn my guitar, starting to learn that. So, you know, there's a, you know, I think it's about trying different things, you know, like you have to find also a mentor or somebody that you look up to, you know. Like for me, the mentor who I was just like, when I would hear his beats, was Pete Rock. I would lose my mind listening to Pete Rock. My head would explode. I'm like, how does this guy do it, you know? And you know, Havoc from Mobb Deep, like, holy, what a producer this guy is, you know? Alchemist, you know, my boy Al, right? Alfredo, right? No, that's the Italian version, Alfredo. But you know, like there's these specific. I think it's by having also a mentor, you know, like somebody that you really look up to and see, wow, that's aspiring to hear this person's story and how they became a producer. So I think it's all around. Obviously, your ear is a very important aspect, and being able to put it together. But study, go out. If you want to learn, there are tons of courses online, like lynda.com. You can find whatever you want there, you know. You can go on, you know, whatever platform. You can find a whole bunch of stuff about Logic Pro if you're a Mac person, or if you are a PC person, then you can jump on other platforms too. You know, I use personally too. I use PC and I use Mac. When I do my arrangements, I primarily do all my arrangements on PC, and then all the finally brushing it all up, making it all tight. I import it into Logic Pro on my Mac. So it's kind of complicated. I could streamline it a little bit better, but I think it's about finding your own kind of flow, right? So it's a multifaceted thing, but first and foremost, get a style and don't be cookie cutter. Stay away from the cookie cutter aspects. Stay away from those kinds of things, because, you know, another thing also I think producers need to do is develop a personality. You know, a lot of producers out there potentially do not have, like, they have a personality, but people want to see your face. They want, even as an artist, they want to see your face. They want to see, like, who is this person? They want to see, you know, different parts of your life. And that's where the beauty is you're not just making music. You're talking about things that matter. You're making people laugh. You're saying, wow, this person is, you know, thinking like I am, or is thinking about me, or giving me motivation to do whatever, whether it's take a course or do whatever. I think it's you got to get with that style first and show your face.
I like that, because you definitely have a style. You have a personality out of this world. Your energy is just super dope. And of course, you have the gift. So match it all together. And
mismatch. It's like sauce. You know, it's like a pasta sauce. You can't make a sauce without a bunch of ingredients. You know, you got your onions, your garlic, your tomatoes, your oregano, rosemary, your meat.
You're making me hungry. Yeah, you can't forget the mushrooms and the oregano, and yeah, and yes, and you make this amazing sauce. So we're talking about all this grittiness that you put together and you integrate it into such an amazing sound. So again, hats off to you and what you're doing. Do you think as a musician, you know, because of course we can always, of course, elevate and continue to elevate, but do you think as a musician that you can get any better? And second part of the question would be, if so, how would you achieve that?
You can always get better.
Yes.
You can always get better. There's always room for improvement. And by not being, you know, I think one of the keys is not being envious of people who are better than you, but use that as motivation to become better and find what, you know, and don't be afraid to ask, you know, people who are better, what do you think about this? Do you think I can change something? By not having that egotistical kind of approach to improvement, you know, that comes with self-realization that you are not a master. And 10,000 hours, they say, is the absolute minimum to become a master. You know, and I don't know if I've surpassed, I have not calculated, but I can say that I can always improve. That's why I'm learning guitar right now, because I want to be able to play some things on my own.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think just by really focusing on the fact that you're not perfect and nobody's perfect, and you can always get better, and you can always find a mentor, you can always have a friend, or even an engineer, someone who's very, very, very strict with their knowledge of sound, by just running it by them and having an engineer saying, you know what, it's kind of abrasive on the your beats tend to be more abrasive on the 2K hertz, and you should try to kind of do something like that. I've asked quite a few people, you know, and big shouts to Uncle Bob. What a gangster, Uncle Bob. You know, Uncle Bob really, really helped me a lot, and just by listening to him and watching a true master, you know what I mean? So Robert Bailey is his name, and he's on Bowen Island in British Columbia. He's Sight's uncle, and he's a musician of another era.
Wow.
And listening to him, you know, so I think it's just a matter of just being humble.
Yeah.
Just going after it. It's a goal.
Yeah. Yeah. You just spoke up, Scythe. I see you, Scythe is in the building. Illegitimate.
Yo. What's up, my illegit fam? What up?
Spoke you up. So tell me this, because of course you are talking about the different genres and styles of music. For someone that doesn't know, of course, the difference between boom bap and doo wop and boogie, because you incorporate all of it into your sound, along with
Yes.
some amazing, again, elements and subtle sounds and soft sounds and operatic sounds. So talk about a little bit more about the genres: boogie, doo wop, boom bap.
Well, like the song "Doo Wop," for instance, that we did, it's kind of like using, you know, some traditional Italian samples mixed with kind of a boom bap kind of drum roll, and you know Filippo Soev, which aka Salamandra, which is down below. You can see the homie down there.
Salamandra.
He came all the way from Italia to Vancouver, and we made a very dope video. Everybody, it's called Doo Wop. If you want to check it out, it's one of the illest. It's one of the illest of the illest, and it's kind of like a tribute to all the great mafia kind of gangster kind of Italian American movies that are out there. Not necessarily like glorifying it, but kind of like using them as elements to create a story because of the song. It's about, you know, do the wop, you know, it's so, you know, he kind of saw that, he heard the song, he took the vision, and he basically paid homage to all the great directors, and that was a wonderful result that kind of came into something, and it was born through the music. The music had some sort of like feeling to it that, yeah, it was just like, it was just, it inspired you to kind of like, what is this? You know, it's got this Italian kind of vibe, you know, it's got this, you know, it's really dope. And I think I'm so proud of that one. And yeah, so big thanks to everybody who was involved in that project. You know who you are. You know, we got limited time. I can't mention all the names, but you know who you are because you're right here.
Yeah. So buongiorno.
Buongiorno tutti, come state? Tutto bene, eh?
Don't make me. I just totally vision the red dress emoji. You know,
hey, drop that, do it right now, find it right now. I think it's time to find it. I can't see it.
I just totally saw it bouncing across the screen.
And maybe a pizza emoji with a spaghetti emoji, you know, and then the quintessential Italian hand gesture that people seem to use a lot.
I just, oh my God. So you're definitely a GOAT. You are amazing. Of course, I can not, and I'm not boasting you up and putting, you know, this is the real deal here. This is some of the things that I've heard in the last few days, the sounds, and just continuing to dive deep into your discography is just, it's unbelievable. Mind blowing.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
thank you so much. Beautiful words. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So when it comes to this business, obviously, you know, we know, of course, what you've done. But if you could change one the way it is today, what would you change, Scarfo?
What would I change?
What would you feel correct?
Well, you know, I think having first and foremost, you know, the perception of or the entry level. You know, I think it's about the entry level, the barrier to entry. You know, there's a lot of people who kind of, yeah, they're gate holders, right? There's gatekeepers that, you know, they sit in strategic positions, and potentially they can block you, and they might not be very successful artists or whatever it is, but they have the keys in some ways. And, you know, it has a lot to do with, you know, also how you feel about it. Like there's the people who really want to get into it, you know, they're passionate about it. Sometimes they can also lose the motivation and lose the kind of the pizzazz to be an artist based on, you know, some of the barriers to entry, you know, some of the, you know, looking also at, you know, the quality of music in the music industry. If you look at some of these people, like if we all saw the Locks, what happened, right? Yeah. You see people that are writing lyrics for others, and you see others that are taking credit for it. And, you know, those people who, just because they're dope in how they look, or maybe how they move and how they deliver, doesn't mean they're dope, doesn't mean they're a dope artist. That true artist is the one who's actually putting it out, you know, and actually creating that art. So I think the barrier to entry kind of is overshadowed a lot, and it's kind of those who want to be like, oh, you know, like in the music industry, those people are like, oh yeah, you know, I know this guy who's a, you know, he can rap pretty good, so we're gonna try to push him and make him famous. Well, why do you choose it? Because he's listening to what or the record label wants, but is not really a dope artist. It's a matter of like containing. It don't matter what you do. If you're playing punk, if you're playing ska, if you're playing hip hop, if you're playing whatever's country, whatever it is. I don't care. Whether it's Norwegian folk, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the key is like there's a barrier to entry, and that barrier is so hard to get over. And you know, just for instance, like getting a verified profile on Instagram, for instance, it's not just your followers. It's actually like your impact, your level of influence. Whether you know it's the reviews that you have, it's the releases you've had, how much like recognition you have. You know, these are really fundamental elements to this, and I think people don't know this, and they basically can lose a lot of love for it because you know maybe their work takes over. You know they don't have the time. You know in the family starts, but you know the key is never, ever give up the love that you have. Whether it's making whether it's you're making little model houses out of popsicle sticks or whatever it is, just do what you love and love what you do, and that's the key. That's the key.
Yes, you know I was going there, but you already took it. Do what you love.
Because
yes.
I don't know. I sometimes you know I go over the friggin' thing. You know I talk too much. Some people tell me I friggin' talk too much. I don't know if that's true. What do you think?
I think you drop gems when you're talking. I think that you are knowledgeable when you're speaking. I think you are profound when you are speaking.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And speaking of my thoughts, of course, being that you are, of course, a musician and you work with musicians and people who write words, lyrics, lyricists. I like to do wordplay, as I discussed with you. I like to read the dictionary from time to time. So I'm going to shoot out some words to you, and there's no wrong or right answer. I want to see what you come up with when I say these words. You may recognize a few of them. You ready?
Ready.
What first comes to mind when I say the word time?
Don't waste it. That's the first thing. It's something that is finite. It has a beginning. It has an end. It's not that it's just a continuum, but every creature, every organism on this planet is affected by time. They go from becoming a one-cell organism to an organism that is senescing and sooner becomes no more. And this is why it's really important to understand that it is finite.
Yes.
And we must move and not waste it because it's a gift, absolute gift.
Absolutely. Destiny.
Destiny. What is in the plans for you? It's not necessarily, you know, what you know you're thinking about. What is actually like pre-programmed for you that maybe you might not even know what you're good at, but there is a destiny that is affixed for you at some point in your life to find out what you're good at. Whether you turn 68, when you turn 68 and you find out that you're super good at barbecue, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. I think that's destiny. It's like you do as you love, you know?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Boundaries.
Limitations. It's about boundaries. I don't, you know, when you look at what boundaries means in my perspective, if you just right off the bat, boundaries of like, what is the upper limit and what is the lower limit? Looking at it in a mathematical kind of way, and by having an upper limit is like, you know, and it kind of relates to many different things. It's like boundaries of input and boundaries of output, right? So having like a complex two-way system on both boundaries or the boundaries that surround you, whether they can come in or they can go out, having control of that, or having also making people understand that usually society teaches you some of the boundaries,
yes,
but every personality is different, and you know, Some people are a lot more sensitive and more, or less caring about those boundaries, and will encroach on yours, or you will encroach on others or absorb something that they're trying to get into your boundaries. I think it's a really complex thing, but boundaries are definitely like this. It's like a paradigm. It's like a continuum that it's very hard to find the actual, but your soul, your heart, it knows where the boundaries are, not necessarily your brain.
Yes. Ooh, you talking about energy now, King. You're talking about energy.
Oh yeah, energy is really important.
It's so important, and I'm so
important.
Big. Yeah, just I could talk about energy. We can talk about energy all day. Okay, it's crucial, to this music business, to like what you're talking about, the people around us, these incredible people you have surrounding you, illegitimate, your family. So yeah, I'm real big on energy. Last one, of course, which I think that you are totally, is purpose driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, purpose driven.
You want me to describe a little bit of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Purpose driven is having, what's going on here? So I got this crazy thing. Okay. Purpose driven. So I got this pop up. I don't know if you got it too.
No.
Purpose driven. Having an objective and knowing how to complete it, even if you don't know the process. Mm-hmm. Purpose driven is like let's just say, let's use a quick example here. Leonidas, the king of the Spartans, he was purpose driven through saving his people, right? Mm-hmm. He was going to make it happen, but he just knew that with hard work and unification, it happens. Yes. Purpose driven is a powerful thing because it enables you to climb mountains that you might not even know that you have the ability to do so. You see, like, I want to be able to master this thing. Yeah. Right? If I want to master this thing, I still haven't mastered it. I feel I'm super weak on it. Like I'm purpose driven in the sense that I feel that that's a tool for me to become better. Yeah. And to become more humble and understand when I see other artists like C. Lance and Stu Bangas and Marlo Diggs, these guys just killing it on the MPC, right? Yeah. So like that is like a part of the purpose for me that I have and what I want to achieve for myself. And that is, I see that as just one of the tools, but it's part of the purpose. Yes. And that gives me drive to be able to find where I'm weak and improve. Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, you're definitely purpose driven. Very important part of the questioning here for the day is you're in Italy. So vino or champagne? Is it champagne or am I saying?
No, it's not champagne, but champagne is a French word. Okay. And
or champagne, which one would you, if you only had the choice of the two?
Well, it's Italian. I'm going to choose wine. It's an easy question. In Italian, there's something similar. There's a thing called prosecco. I'm sure you heard of prosecco before, right? Yeah. Prosecco is similar to champagne in some ways, but champagne is more of it's a fermented process, whereas when you look at prosecco, it's actually under pressure. It's like a very young wine that's under pressure. So and wine is usually more of an age thing. It depends on and also there's champagne and prosecco, usually white, and wine can be both red or white. I'm a red wine person. I'm a big fan of red. You like red wine?
I like different red wine. So we're talking Merlot.
What is yours? What about that? Instead of me, you're telling me what I like. What about you? What do you like?
I like a Malbec.
Now it's time for me to take control of this.
Give me one of your Malbecs.
Malbecs? Well, I think that's more Argentina.
It's red.
I don't know if Italy produces so much Malbec, but there's a lot of really, like, for me, my favorite is Barolo. Barolo for red wine is for me one of the best. Ooh. It's just such a tasty wine, and you know, some people out there know what a Barolo is. You know what I'm talking about. There's also Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, which is more of a kind of a table wine, kind of you enjoy when you're drinking with when you're eating a nice big steak or something like that, right? To all my Abruzzese people, anonymous. For
Oh,
me, I got mad love for Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. Anything that has Abruzzo tied to it, Abruzzo gives me like yeah, because it's one of the most beautiful places in Italy. And since Antonio's family, Anonymous's family, is there, it makes that region entirely beautiful. And you know what I mean? That's the and then there's Sicilian wines, and there's Friulani wines, and then there's you know. So I love all the wines, but I'm a Barolo, which comes from Piemonte, which is near like kind of near Milano or Torino kind of thing.
yeah.
That's where for me the red wine is like
Spell it for
crazy.
me. Butter, spell that for me.
BAR
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
no BAR OLO
Oh,
Barolo
okay.
Barolo.
Sounds delicious. You know,
Yeah, you
a lot of wineries here. I live in a area close to I'm not too far from Napa. Of course, everyone knows Napa, but Livermore is huge. It's growing right now. It's a big region that has over 65 wineries in it, and it's about 18
mhm.
from me. So it's very big.
So you didn't answer my question though. I said, would you prefer red or do you prefer white?
I prefer. It's a hard question. I'm actually on a
No, 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 no. Should be relatively easy.
okay, okay.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Red.
Think about the best meal that you can eat and what wine would you? Let's start with food. Is it meat or fish or
Fish.
vegetables?
Fish. So it would be Pinot Grigio. So it'd be white.
It would be white. You probably would like white more, and plus it's a little more fresh. You could put it in the fridge. Usually red wine doesn't work very well in the fridge.
I love
So,
Grigio, but I'm on a wine vacation, a winecation right now.
woo,
I know
nice.
it's so hard. I've been on it for 2 weeks, but I want to see how long I could do because I could drink some wine. I mean, I'm a wine connoisseur. You know, I belong to quite a few wineries in the Bay Area.
It's such an important thing. I think wine gives you like satisfaction of eating. Like it changes the whole dynamic of eating. You know.
Conversation and everything. Another thing, of course, a love that you have that we discovered is a love for old school cars, motor cars,
I
V8.
love cars. Nicky Scarfo loves friggin' cars.
Ooh, talk about the cars to me, because you know I'm a car lover. Motor car, muscle car.
Okay. Muscle car, low rider. For me, I think a low rider is something that because it's such a beautiful car
Yeah.
and it looks so good, it's so elegant, it had that chrome, it's so well built, you know.
Ooh,
Like for me, like I have two old cars in Canada.
yeah,
I have a 1964 Chevrolet Impala station wagon,
yeah.
and she is a low rider. I don't really have a name for her yet.
Mm,
I can't really. It's hard for me but I also have a 1984 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Low, and
mm.
her name is Mamacita.
Ah,
She's low, she's clean, she's so beautiful. She hums, it's amazing. With the sound she makes, it's like people are like, "Oh, Mamacita's coming,"
yeah. The
with the
neighbor.
Flowmaster exhaust.
That's my
So
thing.
you tell me about your car. I want to hear about your car.
Yeah, I was telling you, I belong to a Challenger club. I'm a big time muscle car girl. I have a Challenger, a Hemi. Um, Same thing. I love I have to have.
What do you do? Do you do big donuts and burnouts?
It's not a donut. It's just more like I'm kind of
Yeah, you probably do donuts in the parking lot, guaranteed.
wait, but
Don't even tell me.
to a
Don't even say.
I talk about my car. It's like her name is Stacy. She's just she's a beautiful car, and it's a car. It's just a car, but it's not. It's just
No. It's not just the car. So you were saying it's black. It's black on black. It's got the black wheels.
yeah, black wheels. I'm into definitely. I like the black wheels. She's got the swoop on the hood and
Ooh,
whatever.
nasty. A little bit nasty. A little bit, right?
A real name for that when that snorkel thing on the hood top like that, where it's kind of built up.
It's called a cowl. Cowell. COWL.
COWL. Look at you. You helping me today because, you know, I never knew that. But yeah, it has that on it, and it's not as fast as your Impala. I think it has about 400 horsepower. You know, it's not you know, it's not the Hellcat. I think the Hellcat's way too fast for me, at least. But just give me the sound. I need the sound in my life. You know.
Yeah, the Flowmaster's got to have that whoa, you know. You know, the best part is when you start up a V8.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sound is like, I don't care what size engine is. If it's a V8, for me, its frequency is perfectly tuned with my personal rhythm.
Absolutely. Hey, Wanda. I see Wanda on here. She's from the Bay Area.
What's up, Wanda?
Another Bay Area. She's actually big over on TikTok right now. She has, you know, done an amazing job with showing people how to take care of their bodies and their health and all that good stuff, which of course you're big on, by the way. I know you, do you work out quite a bit?
Yeah, I work out for sure. I got some stuff in my, you know, it's been really difficult here living in Italy without a gym. So I had to invent my own stuff. You know what I mean? I had to buy some weights. I built a bench. I did a bunch of things. So yeah, I've been working out for many years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's something really, really fundamental for who I am.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there, and I won't say trying. I'm getting there. That was part of the winecation. Okay, I had to start with the things that I know that are adding too much sugar to my body. So I commend you on doing it. So tell me what's next. Of course, you got this amazing collaboration with Cold Shoulder. What can you tell me, of course, beside the little clip and snippet you gave me from Illegitimate that's coming? Is there any other collaborations you can speak on?
Well, first and foremost, you know, as I mentioned, the Illegitimate three-part trilogy it's a trilogy EP. So there's three EPs that are going to be released in succession. So that's one. It's called the Illogy. Again, thanks to Creative BC for giving the opportunity. And then Cold Shoulder, we got some new Rome stuff that's just gonna
Yeah.
It's the guy is so talented, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's amazing, and I'm really stoked about working with him. And then you know, I got a dude out in England named Gibberish, Concrete Slugs.
You did a collab with Gibberish before, didn't you?
Yeah, he did actually a kind of a duet to my beat, and he held it. Iron Bridge, baby. Ooh. Out in UK, man. They're really dope. I got something going with them. Asom Stordimento. We got all the fam from New Rome. You know what I'm talking about? Don CEASAR. You know what I mean? There's some crazy kids out that way. You know, I've been working really, kind of got this really dope idea working with New Rome going forward. A lot of cool projects going to be coming out. You know, it's so easy to work with Cold Shoulder. It's like he's a machine. He's got 3 kids. He's able to like do whatever he needs to do, and he does it. It's like, I don't know too many people that, you know, that they're just like, hey man, I need the verse tomorrow. Yeah, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
No questions, it's done. And he's got fire skills with the pen. You know what I mean? There's so many cool projects that are going to be happening. We're doing a project with This Is Hip Hop. Got a project coming with him as well. He's another producer. We're going to be putting together an album. Got with Azriel. We got the Nicky Scarfo. We got the Butcher Shop, which is going to be like a kind of the start with an EP. Like it's going to be like an EP kind of thing.
Yeah.
We have Il Kent. We have Il Kent with Butter, my homie Butter. From Australia. It's already done. It's just a matter of just putting it out there. Yeah. With Anonymous, we have a full Italian album called the WAP album, and that is an absolute heater of an album. So, you know, if I forgot you or forgot whoever the people out there, I have a massive list, a spreadsheet of all the projects. So you're gonna hear from me soon. You know, I got lots of motivation these days, and I really thank all my family members. You know, I see Dakota Hull there, one of the illest guys ever. Dakota Hull, thank you so much for being one of the most illest support people that I can't even say. Like, thank you so much, everybody. You know, JJ, you killing it. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Everybody who's out there, Costanza, killing it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And these projects are made for you all.
Yes.
Not for me, not for illegitimate, not for New Rome. This is done for the people who love good music and really support it. And it's not about necessarily just making a track and just making money off of it. No. It's about creating something that you can share with your fans.
Yes.
And those fans have become more like a support system, actually, something that I wake up in the morning and I think about them. Like, these people are important because they have given tremendous support to all of our projects. Yeah. And anybody who's just coming on board, you know what I mean? Like JJ right there, just kills it. She's so consistently killing it. AJ. What a gangster she is. She's so ill. So there's so many people out there that and these projects are all for them. Yeah. And we really, really thank all the people who supported with Cole's Shoulda album. With CEASAR, like CEASAR has seen this relative measure of success, and it's due to obviously the talent that's there, but it's also the quality and the people recognizing quality, and then people who love it, they share it, and then they tell you they love it, and then you want to do more. Yeah. So
I want to do more right now, and for those folks who of course are new to Cold Shoulder, and of course have not heard this LP, this album is out now. CEASAR, I'm going to play New Rome. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely. What a banger. Produced by C. Lance.
Yes. And I'm going to play it now. Well, actually, I'm going to back up here for a second because there's a lot going on today. Okay, there we go.
Oh, a lot going on.
Yeah, no, with my system, it's just like it wants to play what it wants to play. Okay, there we go. I wanted to... We'll start.
Are you using what are you using to stream? Are you using just your computer? Are you using iRig, or what are you using?
Using my computer. There we go. Can you hear it okay?
Absolutely.
Yo, I grip the mic with the
Cold Shoulder, everybody.
Kills it. From Brooklyn, represent. Brooklyn. The guy is so Brooklyn. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Out now. Available on all platforms. This amazing guest of honor that's here tonight is co-producer on this amazing album. Quality, everybody.
Quality. Absolutely. Soup.
Emphasis on renaissance was treacherous. I crush skulls whenever I hop over my pen. It's trying to build a new Rome. I'm leading it, passionate. Rise of an empire. They mad at it.
We burn it, we can't carry it. What a sick.
Rise of an empire. They mad at it. They size in the back of it. Your girl on a chariot. It's all out war. We burn it if we can carry it. Cold streets.
Hey.
He's doing everybody.
This slaps in my car,
Hell yeah, it's perfect for the car. It sounds so good in my car. It's crazy. It sounds so crazy.
I love this. Lyrical genius. New Rome.
Mad at it.
Hey! I'm trying to build a new Rome. Yeah. We're building the future.
Shade 45, number 13. What?
13 on Shade 45.
What?
Oh, he's down to 12?
I don't know yet, but all I know is what we were at 13. So to be even in the top 50 of Shade 45, it's like that's just what an achievement that is. And You know, it has to do with, you know, that there was no push on that at all. There was no like no promotion on it. It was just it was selected. You know what I mean? Shade 45, they selected and put it on their top 50. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ahead of Papoose. You know what I mean? It's like that's pretty.
And you know,
Ahead of Papoose, if you can imagine. Well, Papoose was like 28 or something.
That's big. Like that.
Yeah, 100%. It's not pretty. It's really impressive, and has to do with just with what it turned out to be. It turned out to be a magical album, and for me to be a part of it, for Cold Shoulder just to say, yeah, man, let's work together. You can. It's such a like when you have somebody who is not selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When somebody who has a vision and sees somebody, you know, that thinks like them and doesn't even think about anything else other than what's best for the album. And yeah, that's super incredible. And, you know, like and I always affiliate myself with people like that, you know, like if for some reason it's just these great people come in my life, you know, like I've known this guy also, Asom Stordimento. He's an Italian guy born in Paris. But, you know, I've known him for so long, right? Like, I can say for 20 years I've known this guy, right? And we've been always talking and, you know, kind of, you know, been keeping in touch over the years. And, yeah, you know, like, and this guy is also, we're going to be working on a project, and he's such a good person, like a good human being. And all the people that I'm with, like, in every single capacity, from all of my brothers at Illegitimate, I love you all. Like you guys are family straight up. Cold Shoulder family straight up, man. What a dope guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, like Asom and all my people, like these guys are just, I really lucky to have such amazing people who don't think about, like, who are not, like, you don't have to worry around them. Yeah. That they're going to, you know, stab you or they're going to take something from you. It's not, it's like, it's straight up like trust. And that trust is so hard to find.
Oh, Jesus, help us all. Because it's really very hard to find.
Absolutely.
I'm still discovering that today. Like, it's just like, it scares me sometimes, but I just, you know, I protect my energy at all costs. And then of course, I just wait. I just wait until I feel like.
You got to protect you got to protect it. You know, that's fundamental. You know what I mean? And when you're around people that have your best interest in heart, then it's like, you know, it's like you feel that these people, like if I'm fucking up, if I'm screwing up, if I'm doing something stupid, they're gonna call me on and say, "Yo, Nicky, what the are you doing? What are you friggin' doing? You're acting like a jerk. You can't be doing stupid things like that. Come on, what's the matter with you? You probably got a screw loose. Something's coming out of your friggin' head. You know, you gotta smarten up, Nicky." Yeah, I need that sometimes because, you know,
like you said,
and having your homie behind you say, "Yo."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So in closing, I want to say thank you again, amazing human is what we're talking about. Amazing energy, dope, just super ass producer, super dope ass person. And I want to say shout out to Imperative because I interviewed him about,
what a gangster that guy is.
5 or 6 months ago. And that's when Scythe, of course, was on his interview. And thank God Scythe and I started following each other. And then, of course, I interviewed Scythe, and then here you are today. There is no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence at all.
No, me neither.
I believe that you are sitting in front of me for a reason. And it's not just because, of course, of your gift, but because, of course, who you are. And so
thank you very much. And I am in front of all these people because your gift that you have given, you give a platform to people to discuss, to get further down into who they are. It's not about just like the skill. It's not about the, you know, how much money you or how many followers you got. It's about who is that person on the other end. And that is an amazing thing, the platform that you have given. And I really commend you for offering this platform to artists, and to not only artists, but to moguls and people who are influential in various industries. And that's a very powerful thing. And I really feel honored, and I really thank you for offering this opportunity to little old me, Nicky Scarfo. What are you doing over there? Doing good.
You're Nicky Scarfo.
ChopFather. Chop things. You know, sometimes you know, they call me, one of my nicknames is Lemon Face, because you can't really see my eyes. You know, it looks like I'm not like Don Lemon or nothing like that, because that guy's a little strange. But you know, Nicky Scarfo, he eats too many You can call me Don Lemonface.
You are
Citrus
so
Face. You want to, not copyright issue.
you go into your voice. I can't see your eyes anymore.
It's not because I smoke none. I stopped smoking a long time ago, but hey, a lot of things.
Oh my God.
To my family members, everybody out there, thank you so much. All of the 10 illegitimate crew members, all of New Rome, Don S. Yo, man, what up? Don Cesardas. Everybody, he's got a new single dropping on the 9th. So please check that out. Don Cesardas. If you want to check it, follow him. You'll see him on my profile. Yeah, just check him out, and we got to all support this. This guy's an Italian MC, got a great skill set, and he's from New Rome. So anybody out there who's, wants to become an artist,
Yes.
just get a passion, get a style, listen to a lot of music. You have to listen to a lot of music before you start. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning, and you can learn too.
Well, you're a dope expert. And last but not least, take them out and tell them where to find you aside from Instagram. And while you're doing that, I'm going to play a little something for them. Go ahead.
Okay. So he's doing Nicky's going weird. So where are you going to find me? You're going to find me on Spotify, right? You're going to find me on Spotify. I'm an artist on Spotify. Nicky Scarfo, a.k.a. the ChopFather. Find me on Spotify. I'm just, one thing is really interesting is that as a producer, I never thought of myself as a real artist, so I kind of never had any sort of way of building myself. So I just started a YouTube channel. I just started a Spotify channel. So go find me on Spotify. Go find me on YouTube. Go find me on SoundCloud. And BeatStars also. I'm there. You can find me very easily. Nicky Scarfo. You'll find me. I sell beats. You know what I mean. And I'm present on Instagram. And yeah, it's a real honor to really work with people and work with new artists. And I offer service. Those who work with me, they get full support.
He's everywhere, everybody. And he's here today, and we're so grateful. Nicky Scarfo, exclusive interview. This will be available on the YouTube channel, the Face Behind the Brand's YouTube channel, shortly after. I will upload it now, and you will watch this whole interview. If you came in a little late, you'll see the entire dialogue. Also, feel free, of course, to subscribe to the Face Behind the Brand YouTube channel. Nicky,
absolutely, please do. Monique's the best in the friggin' world. Number one.
Okay, was it Ciao Bella? What am I saying?
Ciao Bella. Ciao Bella. Io sono bello because I'm a man. You say bello, and a girl you say bella. So, ciao Bella. I say to you, ciao Bella, and you say ciao bello.
Okay, ciao bello.
Ciao Bella. Buona serata. Ciao, a dopo.
Ciao, a dopo. Nicky Scott.
A dopo.
I appreciate you.
Take care of yourself, and especially your mom.
Thank you. Oh my God. I love you so
especially
much.
Your mom.
Appreciate your time.
You're the best. Thank you so much for the opportunity again. Thank you so much. You rock.
Talk to you soon. Mwah.
Ciao, ciao.